we'll just see what's coming up here and chat. If anyone wants to chat and say, can you hear us or see us?
Yeah.
Um, and to see, look, see, hello guys. It's like, if somebody makes a wee comment, just let us know it's getting
Yeah.
streamed.
Let us know we're here.
Yeah. Chat over there. Or put the comments up there if we want them.
Brilliant.
See if it's coming. No one's talking to us. Oh, there's a delay. So sometimes they have to wait
Yeah.
before we see the comments. So there's a delay. There's
Yeah.
one person. Look, there's one person left.
Yay!
If you're logged on, let us know you're there by sending us a
Yes,
wee
let us
comment.
know.
We're just doing a test. I'm here with
I did
lovely.
a live on my group the other day, and it was just on the Facebook live thing, and I was on there. I had to go and get Chloe to get the other phone because I couldn't see any comments. I was like, I can see people, I can see them there. I mean, either I'm that boring and no one's saying anything, or my phone's not working. I was swiping and doing this, and it just wasn't happening. And there was loads of comments. I just couldn't see it through here. So this is an interesting platform for sure.
Yeah, there's Stephen coming on. He's one of my clients. You can tune into Stephen, see what you pick up around him. He's come to see me. So he's one of my developing students, you could say, as well.
Oh, wonderful.
He's getting good at the mediumship. He's like, you know. So to see obviously he's on Facebook and is it streaming to elsewhere. Anyone else here want to say hello? There's two people now watching. And hi, the host. With different captions. So it's just letting people see. We'll see you as well coming on. And see what you think of the platform. And Stephen, how are you out there? There's a bit of a delay, Stephen, to get back to us, but how are you getting on there in Aberdeen? See if he comes back to my captions. Have we got any the graphics? Here we go. We'll do a little bit of, we'll do something to show. Here I am, just walking along this beautiful pathway, just like the pathway in life. Every path has twists and turns, bumps and ruts and whatnot. And just like the pathway that we're going through just now, with the COVID and pandemic. So we've got to get out there and accept there's a pathway and there's a way forward. And as we walk along the pathway, we meet people that are there to help us. There's always somebody who can take us in a new direction. There's always something that will draw your attention. And what we've got to do is not think with our heads or our brain, but think with your heart. And be drawn and listen to that heart, that inner voice that helps you move forward in life. And that's my advice today, is listen to your heart, find somewhere quiet or quiet in your mind. Get outside for a wee while and listen to that heart's voice, and the answers and all the guidance you need comes from the heart. Have a lovely day, guys, and listen to your heart.
Heart with life.
Yeah. So
wow.
Yeah, so it just shows you what's possible, you know.
It's fantastic. It really is. I'm just sort of mind blown at the moment, to be fair, with all this stuff. It's great.
So we'll pull you a wee card when you're here, Claire. We'll pull you a wee card.
Thank you.
Look at that, the moon card. Intuition. Yeah. Let's develop your intuition, the feminine side. So events.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I know this is kind of a totally impromptu. We've just kind of come on and stuff, isn't it? It's madness. Thank you.
It's all about being spontaneous.
Definitely. I think that's definitely key to moving forward, and looking forward to your show tomorrow night, which will be fantastic.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you all, and I feel a lot better, 10 times better now. So I am.
Which is great. You're looking much better, which is nice.
Yeah. Feeling good. I've got time to play about with all this fancy software today.
Yeah. This fancy software is just like, wow. I'm just totally like, this is just the whole new level of stuff. It's like, oh my gosh.
Claire, tell us a little bit about yourself anyway, because you're developing as well.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Well, I've sort of been intuitive and communicated with spirit and things since I was a child, and then I didn't sort of develop it or do much with it until a few years ago now, actually. And so then I joined some groups, started studying it and developing it, went to some of the spiritualist churches to see the mediums around. And then what I did was I decided, right, now's the time to set up my Facebook group, which is what I've done. And that's kind of taken off really well. And with me, what I do is I do the readings, do card readings, do the mediumship, sort of, you know, pretty stuff that everybody does. But what I really like about doing it as well is just that it's the ability to be able to help people. And, you know, we sell the crystals now as well because there was a big demand for that. And I've still learning, you know, everybody, I don't think, like I was saying, you don't ever stop learning with anything. And to be able to work, you know, with people like yourself and with other people, and to start developing more and developing your intuition more and developing talking to spirit more and things like that is just, it's been incredible. And to be able to pass on the messages that you're receiving and hand them on and giving that to someone is just, it's an amazing feeling that there's nothing like it, you know, to be able to do that for people.
I think when I was in hospital there and having that knowledge and insight and being able to just relax and not worry helps you heal. And I think that's a gift in its own, is learning that, you know, we have got a support system and learning that we can cope in and now. And, you know, we can get through things and not be so anxious and stuff like that. And one of the things that used to annoy me when I was going along a mediumship night was, if you didn't get a message, you felt, oh, they've let me down. I always say to people who don't get a message, you didn't need one. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
But it's so true, because it's like you go to these ones and sometimes people go, oh, you didn't get a message and everything. It's like they'll give you a message when you're needing one. When you need to hear it, they'll tell you. If they've got something to say to you, they're just going to pass it on and you're going to get it, and you will get that message, be it through a medium, be it through a sign, be it through something, you know, and everything. And if you don't, then it means that you're doing all right. You know, right now you're kind of, you know, which is great.
And obviously, I'm streaming this, and this was the last time I did it was with John, who helps with the Psychic Breakfast Show. He's a psychic oracle. And the text is on, so people watching this, we're just doing a test with Claire, who's coming on again pretty soon. I've got some really good guests coming up, and probably on a Wednesday night or a Thursday night or something in the next week or so, we'll get you on. We'll have a chat.
Lovely. I'd be delighted.
We're hoping to. We had Tommy Goodwin, who's a close friend of mine as well, and he married us, and he's coming along tomorrow night as well. And Tommy do stuff as well. But he came into the studio, came into my office, and we did a Christmas event here. We both did mediumship, so it's also good to come in here and use the software and different cameras, and we can do quite a lot. So I'm just saying to people out there, expect quite a lot of things happening. I've got my mojo back.
It's really good to see, you know, it really is good to see that as well, because I mean, I think sometimes what I found as well is that if you need to stop, they're going to make you stop even if you don't listen. You think, I'm fine, I'll crack on, and you're getting the kind of signs and you're like, yeah, I know, I'll work on that, and then they just go, no, you're going to stop. And then you have to take that time out because they've given you no option. You're like, yeah, probably should have listened in the first place. And things like that. Don't mind the dog at the moment. She's just being a little demanding.
We're looking at getting a new dog soon. Well, a rescue dog. So hopefully it's in Aberdeenshire. Hopefully we're going to see it next week as well. So we lost our dog. And one of the things I'm getting, I don't know if you get it as well when you're doing your mediumship, I get a lot of animals coming through.
Yeah.
It's like, how do I get a validation from an animal? You know, it's like, and very often I ask them to mimic what they did to their owners. And if it's a licking in the nose, if it's scratching their back of their legs, or if you just feel them sitting or they did something unique, I get that feeling. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's so funny. When that first happened, I was sitting there like, there's a dog. what do I do with this? What am I doing? How am I doing this? You know, and you sit there and you're kind of like, this is just.
Well, I remember the first time we got a connection, and I was about 12, 15 years ago, and I had a funny nose, it was itchy, and I had funny ears. Right?
Yeah.
People laughed at me when I gave them this, right? And I got the name Bob. And I was a young 17-year-old who hadn't lost anybody in her life yet. And they went, that was our dog. And it died not long ago. And she was getting quite upset. She says, did you listen to me? And I got a couple of messages from the dog. And I'm going, this is crazy. I'm talking to dogs. But it was such a good thing to do for that young girl. And the Stansted Spirituals College, and I told them that story. They all burst out laughing at me. Then 3 weeks later, I was getting texts, oh my God, that's happened to me. And I went, well, why not? They've got souls.
Well, this is it. I think, you know, sometimes people can forget that they, you know, that animals will want to communicate with us as well, because, you know, they're part of the family. They love us. They have, like you're saying, they have souls. They want to do that. So they do come through. There's no kind of limitation on, right, this is what we do. You get a person through and that's it. If there's an animal spirit that wants to come through and give you a message, sometimes I find as well, they come through when you need comfort, you know, and they just want to let you know, you're not with when you're tripping over your legs, that'd be us wandering around you and things, you know.
I think that's the case. Anyway, we'll sign off the live and we'll speak to just hope people enjoy this wee test and the wee chat with Claire. And look forward to coming on board when the chat shows. And we'll make I don't know, something about mediumship or spiritual development, and we'll pull some cards and stuff on the night, and we'll have a good conversation about spiritual development. And hopefully we can invite people on as well. You never know.
Yes, definitely.
So, look forward to that next week or so. Get a proper agenda set up and proper times and whatnot.
Definitely, that'd be
guys
great.
out there, quick, thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.